The coaches Frank Martin, Adam Ginsberg, Kevin Harris, and Taylor Coppenrath. Head coach Vermont,
You're listening to University of Vermont basketball on the Champlain Valley's Boston Red Sox station, AM 1230, WJOY, Burlington.
Robinstein and Rich Antonelli. And the ball is up, tap control to Northeastern. And the 61st meeting between the Huskies and Catamounts is underway. Barea across the line here between the rings, over on the right to Wilson, guarded by Grant Anderson. Catamounts man-to-man to start. Olenek high left, guarded by Sheftic. Straight away it's Martinez, guarded by Gila. Near side it's Wilson behind the circle. 20 seconds in here, no score between the Catamounts and Huskies. Wilson, top of the key, 23 feet away, guarded by Grant Anderson with 10 to shoot. Martinez, left-handed bounce to the foul line, kicks near side, and shooting for three is Robinson, and he connects to give the Huskies a 3-0 lead.
One thing I don't know about Robinson, he could step out like that. We'll see if he can continue to do it.
The captain has been playing with a sore thumb, but he drills the first three of the game. He's now 7 of 17 on the year from long range. And on the near sideline, Wilson gives a foul against Grant Anderson.
As we mentioned in the show, the team does foul a lot, and they will put you on the line.
First personal against Wilson, one team foul against the Huskies. 3-0 Northeastern, 9:10 to play in the half. David Hain, right-handed bounce, picks up his dribble near side and gets called for a push-off on the pesky Barea.
Yeah, Barea's going to be tough. Maybe you're going to have to get him off the ball somehow, because he's a good dribble defender, puts a lot of pressure on the dribbler.
First team foul on Vermont. 1 minute in here, Barea between the legs, bounce over to Olenek, right hash in front of Tom Brennan on the UVM bench. Robinson to Martinez, foul line extended on the left, guarded by Gila, loops it inside to Olenek, guarded by Sheftic. Faces the 10, fires from 6 feet, missed it long, tip up no good. Grant Anderson had his hand on it for a second, and the outlet to Gila. In front of the Northeastern bench, Coppenrath left for the key, Sheftic high post, kicks near side, Grant Anderson 16-footer good.
Anderson really played some great basketball over the last few games for a run.
Inside the paint, Barea, a left-handed scoop shot is in to make it 5-2 Northeastern.
This is a transition team that will run on a made field goal. A good hard push that time, got him a high percentage shot.
Huskies average 81 points a game, and they really like to make it a 94-foot game. And a pass from Gila goes out of bounds, too strong for Coppenrath. And with 18-14 left here first half, Northeastern leading 5-2, and Barea brings it up our sideline.
They get it up at about 65 times a game, field goal attempts, that is. Vermont about 54.
Barea averaging 17 points per game, has a right elbow, working inside on Hain. Hain stripped it, and back the other way it comes with Gila on his left. Grant Anderson near side, catches the pass from Hain. Behind the arc, entry to Coppenrath, wide open for two underneath.
Good play by Grant, let the play develop. A little foul up in their defensive assignments, Northeastern and Vermont made them pay.
Grant Anderson now 20 assists in his last 5 games. Barea bottom left double team, shoots among the trees, ball deflected by Coppenrath, out of bounds to Northeastern. 17:35 to play first half. Huskies lead by 1.
After that first possession, Northeastern did a lot of probing, but after that, boy, they really gone right to the rim. As I said, they will run off the made field goal and the miss.
Van Connolly, the official, making sure that they reset the shot clock, and they do as Wilson gets the inbounds pass at the foul line on the right to Robinson. Already has 1-3 tonight. Entry to Wilson, bottom right, and he scores over the top of Sheftic.
Nice play that time. A lot of patience shown by Northeastern, getting the ball inside for the high percentage. No quickness around the basket.
Hain bounces it to Hain behind the arc on the left. Right-hander dribble off a screen from Sheftic to the middle of the floor. And his pass to Hain near side goes out of bounds back to Northeastern. 7-4 Huskies, 17:09 to go.
It's one thing this team rolls. They'll turn you over. As I said, they turned BC over 24 times. If you can keep the turnovers in the 14 category, you're going to be all right for the end of the evening. But Vermont, I think, with 2 or 3 already.
And that's one heck of a BC backcourt when you talk about guys like Troy Bell and the outstanding freshman Craig Smith they have. Wilson high right. Robinson straight away wants a second 3. Missed that one badly. Grant Anderson the rebound. Hands off to Hain. Hain angles to the near side, behind the arc. Gila right pocket. Entry pass to Coppenrath. Right block. Spinning on Robinson. Puts it up. Can't score. He missed it to the left, but he will shoot a pair. Robinson commits his first personal.
That's what we're talking about. The touches. Taylor's very good at getting a good low position that time. Good ball fake, got the defender, lifted him a little, and then went hard to the rim and found himself on the line.
86% free throw shooter is Coppenrath. First foul shot is good from Taylor. 3 for Coppenrath tonight. He had 14 and 6 in 25 minutes against Stony Brook. He buries the second free throw. And it's 7-6 Northeastern. Catamounts with some pressure here out of the inbounds. Martinez across the line for the Huskies. Hands off to Barea. He'll reset the offense. The freshman from Puerto Rico, 5'10", 165, working against Haynes. Gives it to Robinson on the right with his left hand bandaged tonight because of that thumb problem. We mentioned that earlier. Wilson on the left. Cross-court pass to Barea in front of the Catamounts bench. Up top, Martinez launches for a long three. Missed to the left. Coppenrath battling underneath for the rebound. But the loose ball comes away now to Sheftic at midcourt. It was still loose. And Haynes has it for the Cats. Pops the three on the other end. Off the rim to the right. Rebound to Robinson. Haynes did have 3 of 4 threes in the win against Stony Brook. Barea pops for 3 straight away on the other end. Missed it. It was halfway down, and Gila the rebound for the Catamounts.
You got to be a little careful, though. Haynes that time getting a 3 with a 1-on-3 situation.
Sheftic right block with Vermont trailing 7-6, and he scores with the right hand over Olenek.
So kid, you want to come down inside, half-court game. Vermont's strength is around the basket.
Vermont takes the first lead, 8-7, 15:28 to play first half. Cornelius Wright set to check in on the next whistle for Northeastern, as is Adam Drain. Bottom right is Wilson. Working on Grant Anderson, hands it off to Robinson, and he traveled as he went to the basket. Media timeout, 15:15 to go in the half. Vermont 8, Northeastern 7 on the Bank of North Vermont. Catamount Sports see one of 13 Coldwell Banker offices in Vermont. Buying, selling, relocating. Find all your real estate resources online at HitcockandBoardman.com. Why go anywhere else? Cats ball will be left to right, leading 8-7. 15:15 showing on the clock. Northeastern full court pressure out of the timeout. Gila breaks it. Bounces it to Sheftic. Right block went up. Had it swatted. Back down by Wright, just checking back in. On the follow, Gila misses from the bottom right, and Barea the other way for Northeastern. All the way to the basket. And he missed it off the bottom of the rim. Grant Anderson tried to save it, but saved it to the Huskies. Barea left pocket. Up top to Drain, just checking in. Goes to the basket. Now kicks to Barea on the left behind the circle. Also in is Jamar Walker, the senior from Inglewood, California. He'll set up the offense here. Robinson foul line extended on the right. Walker tops the key. Barea near side with Haynes having a hand in his face. Back on the right to Walker, the lone senior on this Huskies team. Northeastern trailing by 1 with 14:27 to go in the half. Here's Drain at the elbow. Kicks to Walker in the corner. 3 to shoot for the Huskies. Walker, a desperation shot from the wing. He tried to bank it in. It was too strong, and Sheftic to rebound.
Obviously, a good defensive sequence for Vermont that time.
Here's sideline. Gila is fouled by Barea. His first personal. 3 team fouls on the Huskies. Walter Barea listed at 5'11", and I already shrunk him down to 5'10" on my chart, and he might be shrinking as this game goes along. He's more like 5'7".
Vermont doing a very good job on the offensive end. All 8 points have come from inside people.
Haynes rolls it into Sheftic, left block, guarded by Wright. Passes to a cutting Coppenrath who couldn't handle it. Out of bounds to Northeastern.
Once again, a good idea, cutting Coppenrath from Sheftic. Sheftic, good passer out of the low post. Just couldn't execute at that time. But it's still a good idea, getting the ball down inside.
Walker on the right, to right. Barea right pocket in front of TJ Sorrentine on the Catamounts bench. Barea left-handed bounce. Walker top of the key. The lefty passes near side here to Drain. A good shooter. Pulls up from the elbows. Jumper. Off target to the right. Sheftic, his second rebound for the Catamounts. Haynes dribbling left sideline. In front of Ron Everhart. Picks up his dribble, nowhere to go. Walker harassing him. Gets it to Sheftic just in front of half court. Has it stripped away by Wright. Into the front court. Barea high right. Right-handed bounce against Gila. And now backs it out behind the line. 8-7 Vermont with 13-14 to go in the half. Cross-court pass to Drain. Takes the three, drives on the baseline. Double teamed by Sheftic and Grant Anderson. And they tie him up on the baseline. And the possession arrow favors the Catamounts.
Vermont going to the bench right now. And I got to believe that's a good move simply because they're playing so hard on the defensive end of the floor. Really extending themselves to get out and make sure the three game doesn't start. Also doing a lot of good help and recover situations in their help defense. So they're doing a nice job on the defensive end, but you're going to have to rotate players. It's going to be a tough game physically.
Full court pressure from Northeastern. Catamounts get it across the line. Coppenrath fires with a foot on the line. Hit the front iron, right the rebound. Walker back the other way. Drain, along with Martinez right. Walker and Jesse Dunn now in the game for Northeastern. Dunn, the local product from West Bolton, Vermont, has it high right, had 17 points in the game inside Patrick Gym last year. Wearing the left elbow pad, he gives it off on the near side to Drain. Straight away is Martinez. As he put it to the net, he traveled. Another turnover for the Huskies.
Yeah, they're turning it over at a rate that's typical for them. They do turn it over themselves, but they do turn you over as well.
In the backcourt, guarded by Walker. Across the line, bounces it to Grant Anderson behind the circle. Moves to his left, off a high ball screen from Scotty Jones. Kicks on the left to Hain. Foul line extended. Bounces it up top to Coppenrath. Dunn guarding him. Coppenrath into the paint. Had it stripped away by Martinez on the help. And Martinez off to Walker. Northeastern moving right to left the other way at the foul line. Now Drain on the left for three. Back iron, Goya the rebound. Walker tried to find Drain for the open look there. Drain came in with 7 threes on the year. Grant Anderson penetrating the right baseline is bumped by Drain, who commits his first personal.
Fourth team, and Vermont sitting there with only one, and that's significant at this point with 11:58 to go.
8-7 Vermont with a 1-point lead. This is the Bank North Vermont Catamounts Sports.
Turnovers are dominating the game right now. Neither team really finding the range. We went over the last 3 minutes of this basketball without either team scoring a point.
Their basketball, Grant Anderson will throw it in baseline right. Entry comes to Coppenrath, right elbow, guarded by Dunn. Huskies man-to-man. Grant Anderson high right. Checked by Drain, and Grant Anderson buries a 12-footer in the near wing to make it 10-7.
Nice move by Grant. Nice little pull-up jumper, about 12 feet, as you mentioned, Chris. Once again, a big contributor with 4 points thus far.
Left-handed dribble by Walker, now behind the back bounce on Hain. 11:34 to go in the half. Vermont leads by 3. Walker penetrates the lane, dumps it off inside, and missing the easy one on the interior was right, and Coppenrath the rebound for Vermont.
Vermont, once again, defense is good, but
Grant Anderson, a running jumper from the left baseline, a 7-footer for Anderson for his 6 points.
Doing a nice job.
12-7 Vermont. Dunn between the circles, bombs away for a long 3. Missed to the right. Grant Anderson the rebound. Just all over the floor for Vermont. Again is Anderson tonight, Walter.
Vermont not allowing Northeastern to get on the offensive board.
Coppenrath, right block, working on Dunn. 2 Vermonters going at it. Right came over to help out. Blocked Coppenrath, but committed the foul.
Yeah, Coppenrath, good body, good ball fakes. Once again, get himself to the line. That's a team split. Vermont sitting there with only 1 team foul.
1 personal on right. Coppenrath 4 points, 2 of 2 from the line tonight. Sophomore from West Barnet, Vermont, buries the first of 2.
As you mentioned, 86%. That's the guy you want on the line.
Kilbrin Robinson checking back in for Wright, who goes to the bench with that foul. Robinson 1 3-pointer here tonight. Second free throw from Coppenrath is perfect. A half dozen for Coppenrath, and Vermont doubling up Northeastern 14-7. Huskies quickly back the other way. Wilson in the paint, had it stripped as he went up. Hain comes away with it for Vermont. Across the midcourt line, almost had it stripped, spun on the far sideline and stepped on the end line as he fell over Walker, who was laying down on the floor.
A little runner jump maneuver that defensively by Northeastern that time. Once you turn the dribble around, they came from the blind side and forced the turnover.
Vermont on a 9-0 run to take this 14-7 lead with 10:35 to go. Walker straight away on the right to Robinson, guarded by Scotty Jones, just checking in. Wilson right of the paint, and a foul coming up against the Catamounts.
So Deion Anderson, the non-shooting affair. Vermont only with its second.
Huskies loop it in to Dunn, just in front of the arc. Now Dunn back in the right, shoots for a three and banks it home.
Dunn with 4 or 5 last year from the three-point area. Was very fortunate on that one. Out in front, banging it off the backboard.
Only shooting 20% from long range this year, but he's played well inside Patrick Jim, having 17 in last year's meeting. Hayne on the right with Vermont leading 14-10. Grant Anderson all the way to the basket and lays it in with the right hand.
Grant Anderson's destroying him with the dribble, getting either the end of jump shot or the high percentage layup.
Wilson fakes a three on the left with Grant Anderson having a hand in his face. Wilson straight away, unloads for three. Hit the front rim. Goya skies for the rebound. Outlet to Hayne, far sideline. 16-10 Vermont, 9:42 to play first half. Hayne, far sideline, pinned there by Barea. Off to Grant Anderson on the wing, cross-court pass. Goya, three near side, missed it short. Got his own rebound, though. Short corner right, a floater from the bottom right is good off the window.
Goya, very heads-up play by Goya. Got the long rebound, got it to the rim.
2 for Goya, 18-10 Vermont, 9:20 to go. Robinson between the rings, Dunn, high right. Walker, top of the key, fakes the three, explodes to the basket, hands off the Dunn, went up, had it swatted out of bounds by Scotty Jones.
Scotty with that big quickness around the basket, save Vermont a juice that time. Dunn with he took away a very high percentage shot.
Jones gets up off the floor so quickly. He can wait till the ball is actually in the air. He can still get up there quick enough to knock it out of bounds. And Matt Sheftic comes in here for Coppenrath.
Coppenrath, you know, you still have to, with the touching him on, you got to give him the rest every once in a while.
Barea checked by Hayne. On the high left, Martinez. On the right behind the circle. Loop it into Robinson, guarded by Sheftic. His pass intended for Robinson, knocked out of bounds by Grant Anderson. Stays Huskies ball with 8 to shoot. Vermont leading 18-10.
Vermont, outstanding job on a defensive end, really controlling this basketball game.
Barea near sideline, gets it back from Dunn. Driving on the right, all the way to the basket, lays it up with the right hand and in. He's so quick, went right by hand for 2 there.
He's very, very quick. Both hands, both directions.
4 for the freshman from Puerto Rico. Vermont lead down to 6 with 8:40 to go in the half. Hayne, right-handed dribble to the wing. A double clutch shot from the low right, no good. Scotty Jones almost a rebound. And then it came away to Wilson for the Huskies. Barea straight away, left elbow. Martinez faked the three near side, pulls it on the baseline for an 8-footer. Jones deflected it into the hands of Goya. 18-12 Vermont, 8:20 to play. Hayne high right, guarded by Barea, loops it into Jones, bottom right, double team, baby hook, too long from 4 feet. Martinez the rebound, and then Sheftic. A bad foul in the backcourt.
Those two sequences offensively for Vermont didn't get the shots they were looking for, or the people who touched the balls they were looking for.
3 personals on Vermont, first on Sheftic. Vermont's going to have to help a little bit better on Barea when he goes to the basket. Dunn in front of the Catamounts bench. Barea between the circles. Over to Wilson near side. High post. Robinson dumps it into Dunn, and Goya knocked it out of bounds. 7:57 to go first half. Vermont 18, Northeastern 12 on the Bank North Vermont Catamount Sports Network. Services player of the game.
I do agree with the coach that Hayne is the key man tonight on the offensive end. He's got to run the show defensively. He's got his hands full with Barea. No question about it.
Northeastern with the ball, shooting just 26% here early on. Vermont is a team 50% from the field, and they lead by 6. Barea lob pass inside, knocked away by Grant Anderson. Ball loose on the floor. Barea picks it up just at the top of the circle. Barea now all the way to the basket and lays in with the left hand with 2 to shoot on the shot clock.
Now you know why they run their offense the way they run it. They keep the middle wide open. Barea is a tough guy to keep out. He's a very good penetrator.
He has a half dozen, 18-14 Vermont. Goya to Hayne on the right behind the circle. Bounce Bounce pass in the Coppenrath, right block, bounces it into Sheftic, cutting to the basket. He missed the lay-in, though, and Barea back the other way for the Huskies.
You want that shot all the time.
And Barea, a one-handed bullet pass to Wilson, goes out of bounds and went right through the hands of Wilson on the low right. It should have been 2 for the Huskies, but instead, the ball goes back to the Catamounts. So now by 4 with 7:08 to go into intermission. And in front of our broadcast position. Guarded by Martinez this time. Passes to Gila on the left, guarded by Barea. Gila left-handed dribble on the baseline. Explodes to the basket. Reverse layup is in.
Great move. Great move by him.
20-14 Vermont. Grant Anderson, a steal on the other end, has a 2-on-1 with Coppenrath. Grant Anderson all the way to the basket, scores, and a foul. Wilson knocked it in for Grant Anderson, and he'll go to the line with Vermont leading by 8.
Grant Anderson's the guy with the hot hand. That's the guy Vermont's got to find on the offensive end. That time, he created his own offense with the hustle points, with the steal, and getting it to the open floor.
It's funny because I talked to Grant before the game about how he's really complimenting Taylor now and how the two of them are working so well together. And tonight, it's been Grant's show with the 10 points on the offensive end. And Jack Phelan comes in for Vermont here hanging out, and with Andre Anderson not playing tonight, Phelan will get some minutes. Anderson can't convert on the old-fashioned three-point play, so it stays 22-14 Vermont. Wilson on the left, diagonal pass to Barea underneath, double teamed, went up, couldn't score, but he'll go to the line.
They're very good with and without the basketball. That time he showed his ability without the ball, came off the screen, got himself down to the low post, got himself to the line.
Foul against Gila is first. 4 now in the Cats here in the half.
Barea is shooting the first free throws for Northeastern tonight as he makes the first.
Good follow shooter, 81%. Was recruited by Oregon State, Marquette, and North Carolina, some very good schools, but opted to go to Northeastern. Very mature for just a freshman. But the second free throw that was made by Barea is waved off because of a lane violation. Bill Lobenstein all over that call, sailing across the line for the Catamounts. Lost the handle up top, run down by Coppenrath far side. Gila left of the arc, bounces near side to Phelan, takes it in on the wing, good pass to Coppenrath underneath. He missed the reverse layup, and then a foul given on the Northeastern rebound as Wilson grabbed it.
The only problem with this, great play by Greg. Getting the ball inside, but, Vermont compounded their mistake by missing a high percentage shot with the foul. He's fifth.
They gave it to Coppenrath.
Yeah.
5 now on the team. On the right is right off the Barea straight away. Wilson, high post now. Robinson lobs it inside. And going up and scoring and getting the foul inside is Cornelius Wright, the junior from Miami, Florida.
Worked himself inside, got a good low position, and they found him down under there. Once again, good quickness around the basket.
Goya checks in for Gila. Wright playing with a bit of a left shoulder injury. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to go tonight. Did not play against Boston College. Redshirted last year with a knee injury. Free throw from Wright. Hits the back rim twice. Coppenrath comes down with the rebound for Vermont. 22-17 Vermont with 5:50 to go here first half. Sheftic right of the key, inside the paint, went up, and he's called for an offensive foul. Oh, no, checked it. That'll be a foul against Wright, who flopped to the floor. Looks like maybe an offensive foul against Sheftic, but goes against Wright, and that's his second.
Northeastern does a good job defensively. If you pick up the ball and stop that dribble, they get all over the passer. They get in the passing lanes and make it very, very difficult.
17th foul against Northeastern. So Sheftic will shoot 1 and 1. First free throw on the way. Rolls around the rim. No good. Rebound to Robinson to Northeastern. Barea on the other end. To Wilson near side. Unloads for 3. Missed it long. Goya tapped the rebound out of bounds. It'll stay Huskies ball. Haynes returns to the game. And Phelan will come out. Tried to pretend like he didn't see Haynes coming in there. He wanted to stay on the floor. 5:37 to go in a half, Cats by 5.
You got to have all that ball handling ability you can have and the experience you can have on the floor. But Tom also knows that Kane can't play defense for 40 minutes. Over the back, I think.
Barea on the miss from the low left and then right, as you said, Walter, over the back on the rebound opportunity. Well, they gave it to Robinson, his second, 8 now on Northeastern. 22-17 Vermont. Sheftic will shoot 1 and 1 again.
Matt's got to step up and make it happen on the foul line.
Averaging 11 points, 6.5 rebounds this year. Free throw from Sheftic in the air, and it's a swish. 3 for Sheftic tonight, 57% on the season from the charity stripe. Grant Anderson, Coppenrath, Sheftic, Goya, and Hain in the game for Vermont. Second foul shot from Sheftic is no good short. Wilson the rebound for Northeastern. Walker, top of the key. On the right to Martinez, behind the line, guarded by Goya. Bounces at right wing to right. Wilson straight away over to Walker on the left, checked by Hain. 18 to shoot for the Huskies, trailing 23-17. Wilson between the circles, facing up on Grant Anderson. Jump pass on the right to Walker. The lefty drives right baseline up top. Wilson fires for 3. Rimmed in and out. Sheftic the rebound, his 4. Less than 5 minutes to go first half. Vermont by 6. Hain high right. Entry pass to Sheftic. One bounce goes to the basket. Lost the handle. Ball loose. Sheftic tying up right. And the possession arrow will favor the Huskies.
You know, one thing they do, when you put it on the floor, there's a lot of hands in there. They know how to dig the ball out from the low post. That time they deflected the ball and forced the turnover.
Jesse Dunn coming in for Robinson. 1 3-pointer for Dunn tonight. And his Huskies club trailing by 6 with 4:40 to go. Double screen up top here for Walker. Thought about the 3. Gives on the left to Wilson. Feeds inside the paint to right. Martinez driving right baseline of the basket. Left-handed laying up. And it will not count. Foul before the shot by Wright. First personal on Goya. 7 on the Catamounts. Martinez in the bonus, so that'll be a 1 and 1 here for Martinez.
Building's kind of dead. We need a couple of big plays out there. Get this crowd involved and get them in the ball game.
Martinez breaks the first free throw. They were giving Martinez 2, so I guess it wasn't on the floor, but they didn't give him continuation for the basket.
No.
Martinez 8 of 11 from the line this year. Second free throw is in. 1 and 2 to make it 23-18. Huskies trailing by 5 with 4:28 to go inside Patrick's Gymnasium. Grant Anderson, left-handed dribble across midcourt to Hain on the left behind the circle. Scotty Jones, high-low pass to Coppenrath, low left, shoots overdone, misses to the right. Put back good by Jones, but he's called for over the back as he skied in. He went over 2 Huskies players inside, and he went over the back.
That's what you like, though. You like the action by Scotty that time, going hard to the glass.
8 personals.
Vermont's having some tough luck with high percentage shots. Just can't seem to get them to fall. They go back on a Sheftic miss, and that was Coppenrath's second high percentage shot that he couldn't get down. Normally those shots go for him.
18 on Vermont now in terms of fouls. That was the first personal on Jones. Martinez fires from the foul line, and a line violation is the second time in the game against Cornelius Wright. Martinez missed it anyway. And Grant Anderson will inbound for the Catamounts.
Good matchup for Vermont. Lean is on Coppenrath.
Coppenrath
had a tough time with it.
Dribbles across the line. Hain bounces it in to Coppenrath. Working on Olenek. Faces the 10. Up and under move. Off the window and in from the left block.
Olenek, that's what you want to do. I think you get that guy. I don't think he has the quickness to stay with Coppenrath.
Walker coast to coast. Scores with the left hand. And will go to the line. You can't blink or you'll miss the action against the Huskies.
Exactly. Once again, not too many teams will run off the late field goal, but they get the hard push that time. Walker got himself to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
And the foul goes against Jones, his second. Sheftic will check in for him. Walker, the only senior on this team, a 66% foul shooter. 1-1 from Walker in the air, and it's good.
Vermont and Northeastern both sitting with 9 turnovers with 3:55 to go.
So Walker buries the free throw to make it 25-21 with 3:55 until halftime. So those are going for that up-tempo when they need it, and they're much improved in their half-court set.
No question. No question. Well, they got a good point guard that can get himself points and get his teammates involved.
Grant Anderson just in front of midcourt. Yeah, he throws it away, but Sheftic runs it down deep corner on the far side. A break for the Cats there.
You can't pick it up against this defense.
Grant Anderson gets it back from Sheftic. At the top of the key, near side Goya bombs away for a long 3. Missed it badly to the right. He was 4 feet behind the line. Back the other way come the Huskies. Martinez goes by Goya into the lane. Floater over Sheftic is short. Rebound Taylor Coppenrath. 25-21 Vermont, 3:18 until halftime. Sheftic, right block on the entry from Hayne, wheels to the middle of the lane, and his turnaround jump is good.
Good look that time. Nice step-away jumper by Matt.
5 for Sheftic. He wheeled away from the double team that time, which came on the baseline. 3 minutes until halftime. Wilson fires from the top of the key and knocks in a 3.
That's Northeastern third in the evening.
Wilson playing with a bad tailbone tonight, makes his 25th three-pointer of the year. And it's a 3-point game with 2:42 until halftime. Near sideline, Coppenrath, pinned there by Dunn, now goes by him to the foul line. Sheftic, a long jumper from about 16 feet, and he hits for the near wing.
That's exactly what the defense did. They gave him the open look, and he banged it home.
7 points for Sheftic after the rainbow jumper. 29-24 Catamounts. Martinez, left-hander dribble. Inside the paint, dishes off to Olenek. Scores on the bottom left for his first basket of the game.
Good draw by the dribbler that time and find his teammate under the basket for the easy one.
Vermont 29, Northeastern 26. At the 2-minute mark. Grant Anderson between the circles. Northeastern man-to-man. Coppenrath can't handle the entry from Grant, and racing the other way for Northeastern is Walker. Bounces it inside the paint, not able to handle it is Wilson, and Grant Anderson saves it on the end line. Quick outlet ahead to Hayne, all the way to the basket. Fancy right-handed scoop is in past Jesse Dunn to make it 31-26.
Great play by Hayne that time in the open floor. It looked like he was looking for the foul, but boy, he found a way to get the ball in the basket.
30-second timeout for Northeastern, with Vermont leading by a nickel with 1:36 until halftime. And the crowd just starting to Coppenrath, and they've been able to get real close to the basket. Have combined for 15 tonight.
Right.
Walker, guarded by Sullivan, just coming in for Vermont. High ball screen, moves to his right of the paint, elevates inside the lane, lost the handle. Loose ball picked up on the interior by Wright, and as he went up, the officials call a held ball, and the possession favors the Catamounts. 31-26 Vermont, 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining first half. Northeastern continues to pressure 94 feet, man-to-man. Haynes still in the backcourt. Now goes by Barea into the front court. Right-handed bounce near sideline spins. Gets the screen from Sheftic. Hedging was right. Now Haynes on the right wing up top. Coppenrath, 18-footer on the way, and it's good. A minute until halftime, 33-26 Vermont. Walker coast to coast again for 2.
One thing Vermont also going to tell about is stopping that dribble in the open floor. Vermont's just letting him go right to the basket.
5 for Walker. Grant Anderson left elbow. Sullivan left pocket 3 is in.
That's what you need. You need someone coming off that bench with the big 3.
Walker races the other way. Wilson unloads for 3 near side front rim. Offensive rebound, though, by the Huskies. underneath, right can't score, ball loose, Dunn, the stick back is in.
That's the way they would like to play for 40 minutes, Northeastern. Throw it, chase it, get it back up on the glass.
36-30 Vermont, shot clock is off, 17 until intermission. Sullivan is second, three, front rim. Sheftic, turnaround jumper, air ball. Coppenrath, rebound underneath, went up, and he was fouled, and he'll shoot a pair. Vermont will use a timeout. Personal goes against righty now as 2. Has just been getting the ball off a make or a miss and just getting it into the hands of Walker or Barea and having them try to go coast to coast. And Vermont has struggled a little bit stopping the basketball.
Right, yeah, normally teams don't do that. They don't come after you after the made field goal, but they're pushing it down the floor. And once again, you got to stop that dribbler.
1-and-1 from Coppenrath is good. 5 of 5 from the line for the big guy. 11 points for Taylor tonight. Second foul shot is good as well. 12 for Coppenrath. Vermont leads by 8. 9 seconds until halftime. Barea, quarter court right. Kicks into the corner, gets it right back, and the pass intercepted by Sullivan. 2 until halftime. Sullivan, a half-court three is good! From just in front of half-court, Sullivan gives Vermont all kinds of momentum going to halftime. Vermont leads now by double digits, their largest lead, 41-30. And Walter, at the end of practice, the Catamounts sometimes do that for fun with a reward should they hit it. The first person who hits it gets a reward. And Sullivan, that time, buried one from the Catamounts, and that's something that they do at the end of
right with 2.
And Robinson really not much of a factor in the first half, and he thought maybe he would be able to slow Coppenrath down a little bit, but Coppenrath, to be honest, just missed a couple of easy ones inside. He could easily have 14 to 16 points.
Both he and Matt, I mean, I think Vermont is doing the right thing and getting the ball down to the people like Matt and Taylor, but they're not having good luck on the shots on the rim.
Martinez, Barea, Wilson, Robinson, and Olenek for Northeastern. Gila, Hain, Coppenrath, Grant Anderson, and Sheftic to start for the Catamounts. Northeastern moving left to right in the second half, trailing by 11 points.
You're listening to University of Vermont Basketball on the Champlain Valley's Boston Red Sox station, AM 1230, WJOY, Burlington.
Picks it up off the floor. 3-on-2 for Vermont. Sheftic to the basket, goes up with one hand, had a block by Wilson. Ball loose, Sheftic grabs it, right of the key. Now powers his way inside, went up, had it stripped again. Grant Anderson stick back inside, doesn't go. Ball loose near side, off the rebound, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay Vermont ball, and they'll throw it in near sideline. A lot of contact inside and no call.
A lot of contact. Now, I don't know if Matt got fouled, but I definitely know that Grant Anderson got nailed. And we might have a contact lens situation here.
And I believe we do. Coppenrath is looking for his contact on the near side of the floor. Actually, no, they're just going to say some contemplation. I was going to say, if he's going to stay in the game with just one, I guess Coppenrath with one good eye is a better scenario than the other things you can maybe come up with. Sheftic, left baseline, working in on Olenek, turns, faces the 10, went up. Olenek got a piece of the ball, and then the ball went off Sheftic's shoulder out of bounds. No call once again, 41-30. Vermont by 11. 45 seconds into the second half. Robinson top of the key. Martinez foul line extended on the right. Straight away, Wilson releases for 3. Off target to the right. Loose ball scooped up by Grant Anderson. And a reach and foul against Northeastern. I believe it'll be Martinez.
Grant's sticking his nose in there, getting a loose ball.
2 personals for Martinez. 1 team for Northeastern in the half. Under 19 minutes to play, Vermont by 11.
The 3 hasn't been very good for Northeastern. I think they're 3 for 13 thus far.
Right pocket, Gila far side, left-handed dribble, curling to the basket, left-handed laying up and in.
Gila Taylor, good slash. That's what he brings to Vermont. Everybody else can't slash like he can.
Barea, short corner right. A floater is up, blocked by Sheftic. Grant Anderson comes down with it. Diagonal pass near side to Haynes. Quarter court left. Kicks left side to Gila behind the line. Pulls in. 16-footer on the way. Back rim. Ball ran down on the far side by Robinson. Ahead to Barea, across midcourt, chest pass near side to Martinez. Fires behind the line for three, missed it badly long. Robinson offensive rebound, stick back up, no good. But a foul, he'll shoot two.
Rob, that time foul on Taylor Coppenrath.
They'll give it to Grant Anderson, his second.
Oh, it was Grant.
First on Vermont in the half. That's a break for Vermont.
Yeah.
And Wilson's free throw bangs in. 6 for Wilson now, 1-1 from the line, 70% foul shooter. Northeastern, the fourth college that Wilson has attended. Makes the second one. He now has 7. He started at Northern Iowa, went to 2 schools in between, and is now playing for the Huskies. 43-32, Vermont leading by 11 with 18 minutes to go. Haynes, right-handed bounce on the wing. Right-handed runner, no good from the low right. Olenek the rebound for the Huskies. Quickly ahead now, Barea, coast to coast to the basket, and then he tried to kick it out to a cutting Wilson, and the pass was too high, out of bounds to Vermont.
Once again, Grant Anderson back on the defensive end, causing that turnover.
Far sideline, Grant Anderson gets it into Haynes, who has just 2 points today. Vermont by 11 with 17 minutes, 50 seconds showing on the clock. Grant Anderson left wing, bounces it in to Coppenrath. Nice steal on Robinson, and he scores on the low left with the right hand.
You want to do, get it down. I said it 1,000 times tonight. Just get it down inside.
14 for Coppenrath. Barea, long three on the left. Front iron. Sheftic the rebound over the back coming up against Northeastern. You can pick one of two, and they'll pick Wilson.
Matt, nobody's going to get that ball that time. Very determined rebounder. Now reward him. Go down and give him a touch.
8 rebounds for Sheftic tonight. Catamounts lead 45-32. Haynes slicing to the basket, right of the paint. Went up and was fouled. Was hammered as he went up, actually, and he'll shoot 2.
Come on, having some success, though, really, with the dribble penetration.
Haynes has a big size advantage in terms of height. About 7 inches bigger than Barea. Haynes 73% at the line this year. The lefty rims in the first one. Cornelius Wright comes in for Olenek, who leaves with 2 points. Vermont by 14. Haynes dips and rips. Second free throw is perfect. 4 points for Haynes. 47-32 Vermont with 17:20 remaining. Walker to Robinson on the left is Barea behind the arc. Brings it back to the middle, over to Robinson near side, guarded by Coppenrath. Entry pass poked away by Sheftic, but into the hands of Wilson. Over on the left to Walker, into the lane, up top Wilson, 17-footer is good.
They're going to stop pushing the defense up the floor on a made field goal. They got to get something. They got to change this game a little, Northeastern.
Haynes near sideline working on Barea, blows by him in the lane, lost the handle though. And the Huskies the other way. Quick pass ahead though is intercepted by Sheftic. He goes back the other way to Haynes. Low right-handed lane is good.
Good heads-up play by Matt Sheftic, finding Haynes for the tough layup.
Half dozen for Haynes. Vermont, their largest lead, 49-34. Diagonal pass from Wilson to Barea for 2 on the bottom right.
Barea showing his ability to cut to the rim that time.
9 for Barea. 13-point lead for the Catamounts. Sheftic high post, holding above his head. One dribble to the basket, floater up and in, but an offensive foul, wave it off as he knocked the little guy, Jameer Walker, to the ground.
Matt did a good job, but he telegraphed that one, and defenders were, several of them, looked like they were able to get in front of him to pick up the charge.
Third personal And they get the second personal on Sheftic. 3 team fouls for the Catamounts. Walker between the circles to right near side, guarded by Sheftic behind the arc. Barea in front of Ron Everhart in his second season at Northeastern, far side. Right entry pass inside from Robinson, and a hold against Vermont as Wright went up inside.
Gila with the hands in.
Foul against Gila, his third. Immediate timeout. 15:48 to go. Vermont 49, Northeastern 36 on the Banknote Vermont Catamount Sports Network.
When you want to buy clothes,
The line was Northeastern 5 for 7 from the charity stripe.
Huskies ball. Wright has it at the foul line. Checked by Sheftic. And a loose, I should say, a foul away from the ball against Coppenrath after the inbounds pass. And that'll be the second on Coppenrath. 14 fouls on Vermont. Wilson works it around to right, back to Wilson near side. Checked by Grant Anderson. Lobs it in to Robinson. Guarded by Coppenrath. Went up on Coppenrath, but Robinson called for a travel.
Nice play by Grant Anderson. The ball came down to Robinson. They're going after Coppenrath down there. Grant came down, got his hand in there, and forced the turnover.
Payne in the backcourt across the timeline. Double team there. Picked up his dribble, then had it stripped away by Barea. Barea, though, bounced it out of bounds, far sideline. That'll be Catamounts ball.
And once again, the double team, the kind of the run and jump technique, turning the dribbler around and coming from the blind side.
Officials still discussing it here. Still discussing it as they go to the scorer's table. Finally, they appear to have it straightened out, and Grant Anderson lobs it in here to Haynes. In the backcourt, guarded by Barea. Gets it across the line, quickly double team, but then passes off to Grant Anderson. He goes to the basket, lost the ball off his knee, ball loose. Northeastern ties him up. Possession arrow still favors Vermont. A lot of pushing and a lot of hand play here, Walter, and the officials have let it go.
A lot of hand defense right now, a lot of reaching in, and that's what they do. They come up behind the dribble and smack at the ball.
Coppenrath out of the inbounds, bombs away for 3, no good to the left. Grant Anderson, no, the offensive rebound. Hayne unloads for 3 on the left, no good to the left. Ball loose in the baseline, picked up by Robinson. Baseball pass ahead to Barea, catches on the end line, bounces it to Wright for a two-handed jam. What a save by Barea for 2 for Wright.
Gotta be careful, it's a big play. Got their bench up, and everybody's excited over there. You got to be real careful. A lot of double teaming now by Northeastern.
And Anderson across midcourt to Coppenrath, with Vermont leading by 11. Goya on the right with 14:36 to go. Grant Anderson straight away dumps it in the Sheftic. Right block, scores, and the foul.
What you love about that play is the fact that Northeastern trying to change the game, doing a lot of double teaming in the half-court situation, and Vermont under control, got the touchdown low, which has been very good to them. Matt Sheftic, once again, looking for the old-fashioned 3. Good poise.
Great look by Grant Anderson as well. Free throw from Sheftic rattles in. 10 for Sheftic, 51-38 Vermont. Walker between the rings to Robinson. Barea on the left, guarded by Haynes. Robinson, top of the circle to Wilson behind the line. Skip pass to Walker, deep corner far side. Fires for 3, rolls around the rim. Missed it, Grant Anderson the rebound. Haynes angles to his right. Far sideline, moves back to his left now. Off to Coppenrath straight away. Coppenrath working on Robinson all the way to the basket. Jump step, and he scores with the right hand from the low left.
I took that from a long way with the dribble.
16-point lead for the Catamounts and 16 for Coppenrath.
Showing another dimension of his game.
Wilson on the entry from Barea underneath, and he scores off the window. Barea can kind of sneak up on you. Just when you get caught looking away, he'll slip it inside. Goya, left baseline jumper, spun out, and a foul over the back coming up against the Catamounts. Against Sheftic, his third personal. 5 of the team now.
That's a big one. Matt's doing a very, very good job, but they're going to have to go on the bench with Scotty Jones right now.
Wilson, Walker, Dunn, Barea, and Drain now for Northeastern after the substitution. Hain, Goya, Grant Anderson, Coppenrath, and Jones now for Vermont, who falls into a 2-3 zone with Goya and Hain up top, Grant Anderson and Coppenrath on the wings, and quickly Barea 3 against the 2-3, missed it long. Grant Anderson the rebound. Vermont with a 14-point lead, 13 minutes to play. Hain in front of the Catamounts bench, and we have a stoppage of play underneath.
Looks like they got done on trying to deny Coppenrath his position.
Second on Dunn. 5 now in Northeastern in the half. Out of the inbounds play, Goya, right pocket 3 is good. Vermont's execution out of the inbounds plays has been very good over the last 4 games.
Playing really nice half-court basketball, really under control.
Their largest lead at 17 now with 12:40 to go. Against a very tough and gritty Northeastern club. Much improved from last year's 7-win season. Walker between the circles. Barea foul line extended on the right. Keep in mind, Northeastern beat Boston College by 5 on Sunday. And it was in BC's gym. Right pocket 3 on the way from Drain. Spun out. It was halfway down. Scotty Jones, the rebound. Outlet to Haynes, spins at midcourt, brings a quarter court right, hands off to Grant Anderson on the hash. Entry to Coppenrath, right block. Tough shot as he turned around and faced the tin, but hit it fading away against Wilson.
Another dimension of his game. Great turnaround.
12:07 to go. We'll have a full timeout, so we'll step aside with Vermont leading by 19 on the Bank North Vermont Catamount Sports Network.
He did it with block shots.
Back in 1992 in a game against New Hampshire.
Block shots, rebounds, and points. I'll tell you, but we get into the position here where we expect this from Grant. Really.
His improvement from freshman year to now has just been remarkable. The senior from Minnetonka, Minnesota. Right pocket 3 from Drain, and he cans it. First triple for Drain. Catamounts get it across in the middle of the floor to Coppenrath. Swings on the right to Hain. Bounce pass inside to Jones. Went up, stripped from behind by Wilson, but Jones will shoot a pair.
Great poise, great spacing against the double team that time. As you mentioned, Chris, get it to the middle of the floor. Coppenrath got it down to Hain on the baseline, who found Scotty Jones right by under the basket.
And Grant Coppenrath have been so good in that middle, making good decisions for Vermont against pressure as Jones makes the free throw.
And that's the way you burn it when you get up to that foul line and you deliver as he makes the first.
Jones, 63% from the line. Bends the knees, second of 2 is in as well. 2 points for Jones, 11:38 remaining, 61-43, Vermont by 18. Media timeout, we'll keep it right here though. And
Andrew has just 2, but nonetheless, actually that's 4, I think, at this point.
And he won't lose too many, shooting 51%.
No, doing a nice job. But, Northeastern wants to get this thing moving along and make it as crazy as they possibly can, but Vermont will not allow it to happen.
Coach Bennett told me in the pregame that no matter how good of a team Northeastern had over the years, they had some great teams when Jim Calhoun was a coach there with Reggie Lewis and so on and so forth in the early 80s. Those teams, they always hated coming to Vermont for whatever reason. They never really played well here, and they haven't gotten one here, Walter, inside Patrick Gym since 97. And they come off a great win against BC, and now they trail by 18 tonight. Drain unloads for 3 on the right and connects. So Steve's starting to heat up a little bit. He has 6 points.
But they can't afford to exchange gas. They're going to have to find a way to stop Vermont getting the ball to the people they want to get it in the half-court game.
Grant Anderson, right elbow off the hand behind the line. Back up top to Grant. Entry pass, Coppenrath. He brought it down low and then had it stripped out of bounds by Walker. He kept it up by his chest. He would have 2.
Nice execution by Vermont once again. Got it to Taylor for the high percentage shot. But the hand defense deflected the ball away.
Catamounts by 15 with 10 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. Goya left pocket, gets a screen from Coppenrath, curls to the basket. Left-handed shot, no good. Coppenrath went up, swatted from behind by Wilson on the offensive rebound. Stays Vermont ball with a fresh shot clock.
But still getting the shots they want. Good slash to the basket by Goya. Second opportunity from Coppenrath.
Grant Anderson slaps the ball near side and the Coppenrath on the wing. Spins at the middle of the floor, passes off to Grant on the right. Anderson feeds Jones straight away, left-handed bounce to Goya near side, behind the arc. 24 to shoot for the Catamounts. Grant Anderson right pocket, Coppenrath in the lane, went up, missed it long, missed the pin there, got the backboard, but went over to the top of the basket. On the left drain, faked the three, pulled in for a 16-footer, and Grant Anderson deflected it.
Grant Coppenrath, great game on the defensive end of the floor tonight.
Hayne far sideline, guarded by Walker. Moves to the foul line. Passes off to Goya. Entry pass, Coppenrath wide open inside, and he lays it in with the one hand.
Just keep working it down inside, the high percentage shot. Grant Taylor just keeps working hard for that good low post position.
20 points for Coppenrath. I thought that might be the second dunk in a game in his career, but Coppenrath just laying it in with the one hand. He dunked once last year, believe it or not, and has no dunks this year. Wilson bottom right went up, and Jones blocked it from behind, but committed a foul with Vermont leading 63-46.
You like the way Vermont's playing there right now. A lot of pressure on the defensive end in terms of nothing easy. On the offensive end, everything close to the basket.
3 personals on Jones, 6 on Vermont. Wilson 2 of 2 at the line today, and the first free throw spun out. Robinson in here for Dunn, who had 17 in this game last year inside Patrick Chen, but has a quiet 5 tonight. The walk-on the last couple years, earning himself a scholarship this year, played his high school ball at Mount Mansfield Union High, did Jesse Dunn, making the second free throw is Wilson. He now has 12 points. 63-47 Catamounts, 9:45 to go. Goya tried to pass to Coppenrath at midcourt, and it's poked away by Drain, and coming up with it is right for Northeastern. Walker, right elbow, right pocket. Drain wants his third three and hits again.
Gets them excited.
Goya head to Hayne. Vermont has a 3-on-2. Hayne right wing.
Good decision.
Backs it out, as you said, Walter. Good move there by Hayne. Now he has the right pocket, raises for 3. Bullseye.
How do you know that was going to happen? Rolled it out, went into the corner, freed himself up to 3 and banged it home.
10 assists for Grant Anderson tonight. I believe now he's just 1 rebound away from that triple-double. Barea left hash with Vermont leading 66-50.
Plus 5 steals, a couple of blocks.
Might get a quadruple-double at this rate. Robinson bottom right, muscling in on Coppenrath, and a ticky-tack foul coming up against either Grant or Coppenrath. They'll give it to Grant reaching in.
He's entitled, isn't he, to make a couple of dribbles?
He's played spectacular tonight. That's his third personal.
I mean, the last 2 ball games. And I didn't see the game in Maine. He had the big steals in the Maine game coming down the stretch.
Robinson rattles in the free throw for his 4th point. Well, you know, he did a lot of it, obviously, with, you know, Coppenrath out. You know, I think that's where he got a lot of his confidence. But some of it, I think, came from, you know, despite the loss against Maine in the American East semis, if you remember, he was one of the few players that actually, you know, played one of their better games of the year, hit a couple threes, and some of that's carried over to this season.
Well, he's getting the most minutes, there's no question about it.
And Barea, a hand check foul on Hayne about 35 feet away on the right. That'll put Vermont in the bonus. 17 fouls now against the Huskies.
Now, this is a very important part of the game, the foul line for Vermont. They've got to step up and make them.
1-1 from Hayne is perfect. 10 for him. 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Catamounts by 15 with 8:35 to play. Second and 2 in the air. And it's good for Hain, who has 11. Vermont 68, Northeastern 52 with 8:26 remaining for Patrick Jim. Robinson for 3 on the left. Back rim. Loose ball tipped to Drain straight away off the Barea on the left. Goes by Coppenrath, kicks near side Drain, right-handed bounce, short corner right, up top Barea on the right, started by Hain. Drain right pocket, wants another 3. That one short, right offensive rebound, went up, had it stripped, tipped out of bounds by Grant Anderson. Fresh shot clock for the Huskies.
Huskies benefiting from the long shots, the long misses. They're getting some second opportunities as a result.
Barea bottom right, loops it in. Almost stolen by Coppenrath, and now it is stolen by Jones. Look out, this could be a breakout for Jones. He went up, looks like he was maybe falling, and there's Coppenrath with the stick back dunk. We gave him a hard time for not dunking the other one, and that's his second career dunk. 70-52 Vermont.
Great play by Jonesy on the steal and the breakaway. A great follow by Taylor.
Entry pass stolen by Goya. Robinson looking for right inside.
Vermont defensively got this team totally frustrated at this point.
Hain up top. Right-handed dribble, tries to pass into Coppenrath, does. Coppenrath turns, faces the basket, tough shot on the way at the front iron. Looks like some contact, no call up the way. The other way comes Walker on the left, Barea. Releases for 3. Front rim, Walker the rebound, fell over Coppenrath, and Wright picked up the ball. Catamounts by 18 with 7 minutes to go. Skip pass near side the Drain. Walker head of the circle, guarded by Goya. 20 on the timer for the Huskies. Barea followed by Hain as he went around the screen against Walker. So where there's a lot of hand contact, no call, and a little bit of hand contact there from Hain results in a second personal foul against him.
I think Vermont was in the 2-3 zone that time, and out there fouling the dribbler in that fashion. Its coach is great here.
Free throw from Barea. Back rim. Jesse Dunn had it for a second. Now it's loose, and Drain picks it up. Over to Walker. Left of the circle. Unloads for 3. Front rim. Hain the rebound.
The field goal percentage is going to be way down there.
70-52 Vermont. Hain left wing picks up his bounce. Hands to Coppenrath, had it poked right back to him as Robinson reached in. Now Hain moving to his right. Right baseline floater up over the top of Dunn, and it's good off the window. 72-52 Vermont.
Good play. There's a lot of credit. They're really stepping up on the offensive end tonight where Vermont needed it.
13 tonight. He had 3 3-pointers in the win against Stony Brook. Barea spins, went up left block, and Hain whistled for the foul as he shot it. On Vermont, 3 on Hain. Jose Juan Barea will shoot 2, and the first one is in.
Barea, a nice-looking player, though, really. He can match in a lot of different ways. It looks like they run their offense, then keeping the court, the middle of the court wide open on the offensive end, and he just does his thing out there.
Barea makes both, and it's 72-54 Vermont on the Bank North Vermont Catamount Sports Network. The women tied up with Northeastern 52-52 with 9:40 to go, and BU, surprisingly, with 7:30 to go, is tied up with Albany 49-49. It's UNH 56-50 over Maine with 8 minutes to go in that one in the second half, and Hartford has regained a 51-44 lead against Stony Brook with 7:20 to go. But should that UNH score hold up, and should Albany hang on at home, or I should say find a way to win at home against BU, those would be a couple of big upsets in the America East. And before the Catamounts can throw it in, we have a foul as Coppenrath tried to get the ball, or tried to get open to receive a pass. Northeastern committed a foul against him.
Taylor going to the line, 6 for 6 tonight. Just going over Northeastern. they averaged 25 attempts from three. Only made 6 thus far tonight. They attempted 52 field goals and 25 were threes. Oh, I jinxed them.
He missed the 1-and-1, so he stays with 22 points. That's Coppenrath, 72-54 Catamount. Going back to the man this time. Walker straight away. High right, Martinez. Robinson over on the left to Walker. Dunn straight away. Kicks near side to Drain behind the line. Moves to the foul line. Put up a runner there. Grant Anderson deflected it. Picked up by Robinson low left. Skips it out to Martinez straight away. Down the lane. Drops it off to Robinson inside, who scores underneath. 72-56 Vermont. Hain trapped in the corner far side in the backcourt by Robinson and Walker. And those two guys almost got a steal. They knock it out of bounds. And Grant Anderson will throw it back in for UVM. There you go. Bounce it in to Goya. Double teamed. Quickly ahead to Hain. Have a 2-on-1 with Jones. Hain to Coppenrath in the lane. Went up. Hammered by Drain. And Coppenrath will shoot 2.
Good play once again by Hain. Good decision. Let the play develop. Caught Coppenrath going to the basket. Taylor back looking for a 2 situation. I think the next one's double bonus for both teams.
For the 7th time this year, Coppenrath above 20 points. First free throw is good from Taylor. 23 now for him tonight. 7 of 8 from the foul line. And Sheftic checks in here for Scotty Jones, who leads with 2 free throws this evening. Second foul shot from Coppenrath is a swish. 74-56 Catamounts. 5:20 on the clock. On the left, the 3 ball is good from Wilson. 15 for Wilson, a team high for the Huskies.
Vermont having a tough time getting the ball in on the made field goal against this pressure.
Grant Anderson, one-handed pass in the Goya far sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds by Walker, who commits his first foul.
And this is the double bonus for Vermont as Goya goes looking for 2.
5 points for Goya tonight. He'll have a pair. The sophomore from Branchburg, New Jersey. Catamounts look like they're on the way to their 15th consecutive win at home.
We said this team would put you on a line. That's Vermont's 21st attempt from the foul line. Made 17.
Goya 2 of 2.
18 for 22. That's not bad.
76-59 Catamounts. Walker down the lane. Out to Wilson. Dunn near side. Kicks left corner to Walker. Dunn gets it back. Hook shot from inside. Rolls around and in. 7 for Dunn. Nice move that time. Coppenrath ahead to Goya on the other end. Diagonal pass to Sheftic. Knocked out of bounds by Martinez, but then they say it was last touch by Sheftic. Van Connolly on the baseline all over that call. In good position to make the call, and it's Northeastern ball. Back the other way come the Huskies. Walker between the circles with the Huskies trailing by 15. Dunn left hash in front of Ron Everhart on the Huskies bench. Left pocket, a 3 from Martinez. Back iron, Dunn the rebound. Thought about a 3 near side. Passes inside Wilson. Right block, scores over Hain. 17 points for Wilson. 76-63 Vermont. 4:18 remaining. Grant Anderson puts it to the deck with the right hand. Bounces at the Sheftic right wing. And Walker reached in as he came up from behind to try to sneak in there for a steal.
Well, Vermont knows what they have to do on the offensive end. They got to run clock, got to make foul shots. That's a good spacing. You'll get yourself to the foul line.
4 fouls on Walker. Sheftic 2 of 4 from the line tonight. First free throw hits the front iron and then bounces in. Coppenrath, Goya, Hain, Sheftic, and Grant Anderson in the game for the Catamounts. Martinez, Dunn, Barea, Wilson, and Robinson for the Huskies. Second free throw from Sheftic is good as well. 12 for him tonight. Vermont leads by 15. Barea Barea working between the circles. One-handed pass to Dunn near side, raises for three, hits the backboard, then cupped out. Martinez offensive rebound, stick back no good, but then Dunn puts in the loose change for his 9th point. Entry to Coppenrath in the backcourt, kicked by Robinson. It'll stay, catch ball, reset the shot clock.
Northeastern, to get back in this thing, they just can't exchange baskets. So they got to do more than put Vermont on a foul line because Vermont's red hot from that area tonight.
78-65, Vermont leading by 13 with 3:49 to go on the Lang scoreboard. A Vermont scholarship player playing in another school, that's a rarity. And Coach Brennan and his staff should get a pat in the back because no player ever from the state of Vermont coming out of high school has gone to another college and gotten a scholarship. They've all come to Vermont, and the coaching staff has done such a great job keeping all the talent that there is in state here at Vermont. 78-65 Catamounts leading by 13 with 3:38 to go. And I know the coaches are happy that Jesse has gone on to eventually earn himself a scholarship and wishes him well, except when they play against Vermont, of course. And Barea gives the foul against Grant here in the front court. He'll go to the line.
It's going to be a foul shooting contest. Vermont made 15 of their last 16 in the double bonus situation right now. And 20 for 24 for the ball game.
First free throw from Grant Anderson is good. He has 11 tonight.
Vermont, I said 14 turnovers. We did. They got 14 right now.
Second free throw. Grant missed that one badly short. And the Cats lead by 14 with 3:30 to go. Barea three up top. He heaved that one and knocked it in, and suddenly it's an 11-point game. More pressure from Northeastern. Coppenrath double team in the backcourt. Skips it near side to Goy in front of our broadcast position. Cross court to Hayne in the front court. Out to Coppenrath, a reset. Now Coppenrath loses the ball, has to dive for it in the backcourt. And there's a tie-up, and the possession now favors Northeastern. So with 3:08 to go, Vermont leading 79-68. This one's starting to get a little hairy here, Walter.
Yeah, and it's a 3-point game for them. Something I was saying they didn't really do a good job on. Now they're 7 for 28, but it's getting them back in.
Catamounts man-to-man. Barea, high ball screen from Robinson, moves to his left on the wing. Far side, gives up the drain for three, and he cans it. 4 threes for Drain, and suddenly it's a 79-71 game with 2:50 to go. Northeastern can score in bunches, and they're doing it now. Coppenrath in the front court. Off the Goy on the right, pass to Sheftic right. Blocked. Inside a double team, goes up, can't score. Rebound to Drain, outlet to Barea near sideline. Up the floor he comes, up top to Drain. Dunn, high left, takes on Coppenrath, moves on the wing, back up top to Drain. Skips near side to Martinez, penetrating on Goya. Left-hand runner, 5 feet away, no good. Tipped in, no is good by Robinson, and it's 79-73 with 2:19 to go. 8 points for Robinson. 15-point game just a few minutes ago, and now it's 79-73 with 2:19 to go.
It's got the crowd back into it, but it's the wrong way to get into the game.
Grant Anderson bounces it in the hand in the backcourt. Double team by Martinez and Robinson. Nowhere to go. He's got to burn a timeout. You don't want to turn it over, but you also, out of a timeout, don't want to burn another one.
You don't want to get that ball
short, but it does guarantee you one thing. You're never out of the game, right? If you can make those threes. 2:15 to play. Coppenrath, Grant Anderson, Goya, Hayne, and Sheffield to the Catamounts. Martinez, Barea, Robinson, Wilson, and Dunn for Northeastern. Inbounds comes to Coppenrath in the backcourt. Triple team, passes off to Grant Anderson, brings it near midcourt, bounces it across to Hayne. Hayne double team, skips on the right to Goya, takes a three, and with 18 to shoot, Vermont will use time, and Northeastern will give a foul on Grant Anderson with 2 minutes to go. Wilson committed his third personal, and it'll be a 2-shot foul for Grant. Double bonus here for Vermont. Grant 1 of 3 at the line tonight, and he missed the front end. or missed on the front rim, I should say. That now 1 of 4. Grant came in only shooting 51%, so maybe Coach Everhart advising his team to foul Anderson, and he missed both. Robinson the rebound, and he saves it to Barea on the end line. Barea races the other way, coast to coast, floater in the lane, front rim, ball tipped, still tipped, ball loose, far side. Grant Anderson runs it down, passes ahead to Haynes, takes to the basket, lays it in with the right hand. 81-73 Catamounts.
Big play. They're going to mark that down as a big one. Grant Anderson getting a loose ball, getting it to his teammates for a much-needed 2 points.
Wilson, a 3 from up top from way outside, and he hits. 20 for Wilson, 81-76, a 5-point game. And a foul against Wilson before the pass inbounds, holding Coppenrath, who will shoot 2.
There's the mistake. You don't want to put Taylor on the foul line.
That last pass, that last assist, Grant Anderson now a triple-double tonight. Only the second player in the history of Vermont basketball to do it. Kevin Roberson the last back in 1992.
Always a determined play, Grant, but more determined after missing the 2 foul shots to make something good happen for his team. And runs down the loose ball and gets it to his teammates for the easy 2. And I tell you, Vermont needed that badly. In the drought and field goals, I mean, they're making foul shots, but now Taylor's got to step up and get this thing back to 7.
Grant's got 11 points, 10 boards, 10 assists, 5 steals tonight. Cats by 5. And Coppenrath, Vermont's best foul shooter at 86%. 7 of 8 from the line tonight, has a chance here to extend it back to 7. Missed the first one. 1:23 to go. Coppenrath will try to make it a 6-point game. And he does. 25 for him, 82-76 Vermont, 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Barea bumped by Haynes, and he'll shoot 2 as Northeastern is now in the double bonus.
That's one thing you don't want to do is put Barea on the line, a good foul shooter.
More personals on Haynes.
What he wants to do is put points on with the clock stopped.
Barea has not missed a free throw today. 4 of 4. Make it 5 of 5. 82-77 Vermont. 1 minute, 18 seconds left. Barea, second free throw in the air. Swish. 16 for Barea, and it's a 4-point game with 1:18 to go. Grant Anderson running the baseline, passes in the Coppenrath far sideline. Triple teamed across midcourt to Haynes. Near side to Goya, goes in, missed the lay-in. Sheftic go the stick back to bail out Goya there.
Good play by Matt, cleaning it up.
Barea, a 25-footer from straight away, no good. Grant Anderson the rebound, and then Dunn gives the foul on Haynes with an 84-78 lead and 59.5 seconds left. This lead feeling a little more comfortable now for Vermont.
Yeah, I tell you, this came out of nowhere. I think we all got a little to sleep a little on that one.
And a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. Sheftic, Goya, Coppenrath, and Haynes for the Catamounts. Haynes at the line for Vermont. Dunn, Martinez, Robinson, Barea, and Drain in the game for Northeastern. 2 free throws from Haynes. He makes the first. He's 5 of 5 from the line tonight, has 16 points. Second behind Coppenrath's 25.
You take it off the 2 possession, getting it to 7 or to 8, obviously.
Missed the second. And Robinson outlets to Barea. 85-78 Vermont with 53 seconds to go. Barea, short corner left, working it on Haynes. Out to Dunn, high left, fires for 3 and connects. 12 for Dunn. 4-point game with 47 seconds to go. Inbounds to Coppenrath near sideline. They're trying not to foul him and make him give it up, and he does. Across to Goya. Goya taking his time with 38 seconds to go. Back to Coppenrath. He'll hold. And now they'll have to give the foul on Coppenrath. Very heads-up play by Goya. Got rid of it and got it to Coppenrath, Vermont's best free throw shooter.
No question about it. Good boys that time. Coppenrath put himself in a position in the middle of the floor to receive the basketball. The defenders came at him hard. He knew that they had no choice but to foul him. And there he is looking at 2.
34 seconds to go, and Coppenrath makes the first to put Vermont up 86-81. 26 for Coppenrath tonight. Second or 2 from Taylor. Rims in. 87-81 Vermont, 33 seconds to go. Barea on the other end. Pulls in for a 3, and he missed it. Grant Anderson, the rebound, outlet to Coppenrath. 23 ticks to go. Coppenrath goes in, followed hard from behind by Dunn, and Coppenrath will shoot a pair. Dunn prevented the dunk on the breakaway, and Coppenrath will shoot 2.
Nice play. I mean,
dangerous play there as Coppenrath fell to the floor. But a legal play by Dunn as he went in there to draw Coppenrath from behind. First free throw is good from Taylor, and it's 88-81.
Put the wrong guy in a line.
12, make it 13 of 16 now. It's Coppenrath tonight, and it's 89-81 Catamounts. 16 seconds to go. Drain, left pocket 3, air ball long, Sheftic the rebound, 10 ticks to go, and Northeastern gives the foul against Sheftic with 11.1 in the clock.
Now, we talked about at the beginning of the show that Vermont to be successful will have to keep this game in the 60s, and that didn't happen. Northeastern, we talked about that though at halftime. Only 30 points at halftime. Wound up with a 51-point second half.
Free throw from Sheftic. Cupped out. Phelan comes in here for Haynes, who will get a round of applause from the fans. If there's anybody who deserves it, it's that guy. 17 tonight.
17. He stepped up. I got to give him a lot of credit. Had to do a lot of ball handling. He got himself a lot of points as well. He's not missed both.
89-81, 7 seconds to go. Martinez, a 3 from the near side. Back rim, Grant Anderson tipping the ball underneath. 1 second to go, and Barea's shot won't count after the buzzer. Paint it, green and gold. Final score, Vermont 89, Northeastern 81. The Catamounts win for the 15th consecutive time at home. They're now 8-6. The Huskies fall to 7-7. Stay with us on the Steve Gentile Smith Barney postgame show. Associate head coach Jesse Eagle will join us on the Bank North Vermont Catamount Sports Network.
There are some copies left of the 2000